What's up? So another installment in the diary. Just coming from the train station, doing some errands, and still thinking about this situation. And then a lyric from 50 came into play. This is what I deal with. You know, my life is filled with a lot of women. I have daughters. I have a mother. I have aunts. I have friends that are females, a lot of them. Friends that are females. So the term estrogen flavor that I've come up with for the InkyMann show originally was coined by me, of course, but it came from me being estrogen flavored. It came from being married with 3 daughters and having to deal with that situation. So I had to be sensitive a lot because I couldn't rub dirt on the issue. If the girls fell down, I couldn't just yell at them and say, you know, big up your shoulders. Or I could, let me not say it that way. I couldn't treat them like boys. So I had to approach things, and my ex-wife taught me this. I had to approach things in a more sensitive manner. I couldn't just treat them like boys. So because I had to live throughout that, that was my everyday life, being real sensitive to things and looking at both sides of everything instead of being real direct. You know, I stayed at home. I was a family man most of the time. So even when I worked, you know, I worked and there was a lot of different men there and stuff. I could laugh and joke with them, you know, but I still went home. Like when I did things, at the end of the day, I went home. I was spending more time at home with my family and females. So I became real sensitive. So as I got older and things started happening, then I got out of that. But in the meantime, you know, my friends that are girls could tell you I'm a good listener. I'll listen to your problems. I'll let you vent. I'll give you my little bit of advice. You know, but I would embody that. And I do follow up. You good? You real good? Sorry, but that's not what men do. Not men who take care of their responsibilities. Not men who get out there and make things happen. They don't have time for that. That's why they're married. Because the wife has time for that. If they're not thinking correctly, they go to their wife, and their wife says, you know, this is what should happen. Let me make a bath water for you. Let me do your hair. Let me just calm you down so that you can get through the everyday struggles. The struggles that you go through in order for the household to be taken care of. I got into jams, I call my mom up. Or my wife would call her grandmother up. You know, either way, if you notice, there was no men involved. And that's the big issue. So now that I'm in the position that I'm in, not just having to move, but just being in life, and I have realized that was the situation. Because I'm not surrounded by guys, and for the most part, I talk to my dad a lot. Don't get it twisted. My dad is there. But for the most part, whenever I'm in some situation, there's always a female there that I talk to. Sorry about that. My nose is running. There's always a female there that I'm talking to. And they give me a sensitive side. You know, I get to my dad, it gives me a more direct side. And so this is why I'm in the position I'm in, man. Just being sensitive, having that tinge of estrogen flavoring in there, you know. And who do I blame for that? That was another thought I had in my mind. Who do I blame for this? And I have to blame myself. You know what I mean? People are people. They're going to do whatever they want to do. They're going to say and advise and whatever makes them comfortable being them. They're going to give you a piece of them when it's time for them to interact with you. And it's up to you to either accept it or reject it. if it coincides with what it is you're trying to do in life. But if you're just wandering around and just being free spirited, then anybody can tell you anything and you go with it because you're just going with what you think is the flow. And the reality is you need to make your own flow and you need to stay within that flow so that you can be you. And that's the problem I've had. 44 years old. That's the problem I've had. Is going with everyone else's flow, thinking that that will make me me. It's not. And I know that this journey ahead is going to make me be a little bit more harsh to people. Because I have some females that just won't quit when it comes to trying to help me out, or I could just be venting to them, and it's like, well, what do you want me to do? Or in one case, one person just won't quit. Like I'm at the point that I can't even tell her nothing, because if I do, then the next thing you know, here's the solution or whatever it is. And sometimes it's helpful and sometimes it's to my detriment. It doesn't help me. I can't seem to get her to understand that. So I think in some cases I'm just going to have to be harsh. Like, look, no, I ain't talking about this. No, I'm not going to do this. Because it doesn't coincide with what I have as an overall plan. And I think, actually I know that when I then become the man I'm trying to build myself up with, either some people will still be here or some people will be gone, but I will still be able to be who I chose to be and who I built myself to be. Whew. That felt good. Maybe this is what I should have done with the InkyMann show. Just did this, It's my reality TV. This is the real InkyMann show here. All right, but I feel a lot better. I do. I feel a lot better. I'm just gazing off into space and trying to think, is there anything else I need to say? But no, I guess not. Y'all could be good, man. I have some more shit to say, maybe later or tomorrow. But just, y'all be good. Talk to you later.